All right, I'm joined by Bellevue's head coach, Grady Rowe. Grady, let's talk a little bit about last season before we plug along to this season. Y'all got 10 games in there. You finished 8-2. The two losses were very competitive games. Could have gone either way on both of them. How do you think your team fared, and especially in the circumstances you had to deal with the pandemic and everything?
Well, like everybody else, it was a real ordeal to deal with the different protocols and guidelines. But I'll tell you what, our kids did a wonderful job. Our community did a good job, and I think we learned some things obviously from the pandemic and the way we handled some things. But it was an ordeal. I don't think anybody wants to go through that again. But really proud of our kids and the way they handled the situation, and we got a full season in. We were canceled early in non-district, and then had a forfeit in district play, and we're still able to get that many games in, and a lot of people weren't able to get that many games. So we were fortunate to be able to play that many.
Coach, you talked about losing a couple games due to the pandemic, but your stars there, Briggs and Reese, turned out to have stellar years, even through just the 10 games that you did get to play. Last year, the year before, you had 13, and Robert, I know Reese had about 2,100 yards, and this past year he had almost 1,800, almost 1,900. Plus, he had that miraculous game against Cameron Yo, which I'm sure is in the back of your mind. There were 7 touchdowns, and you're bringing Briggs back. Talk about how dynamic your offense is going to be once again.
Well, we've been predominantly a slot T team for years, and those two guys have really forced us to open things up a little more and get in the gun and spread the ball out a little bit more. And we've got a quarterback that's been able to help do that. But I think that Robert Briggs and Richard Reese they have to be right at the top, if not at the top in 4A of the best duo in the state. You've got Richard Reese, who's the all-time leading rusher in the history of Bellville, and that's just through his junior year. And you've got some legends that, Ernie Coy was the leading rusher. Ernie, of course, went on to the University of Texas and played and was a stud there and went on into the NFL. And he's rushed for more yards in a different era of football than Ernie. So Richard is a dynamic player, a very hard worker, and then you have Robert Briggs, who's a different type of dynamic player, just really explosive and great speed, and he's really, really athletic, and we can put him all over the field. And they both can really go, and we're happy that they're both back for sure.
Talk about that, about you as a coach. Then you talked about how your style is slot T, and you have two guys that it's not going to be as dynamic if you run a slot T. How does it really challenge you as a coach to kind of go away from what you normally do to work around the players you got? And do you like that kind of challenge?
Well, we do. We do like the challenge. We embrace it. Anytime you have two athletes like that and you're forced to do some things different to get both of them the ball, and we like to try to get Robert the ball in the open a little bit. Spread them out and kind of pick your poison between the two, and because we do have some other athletes around them. We've got a quarterback that's been this will be the first time that we've had a 3-year starter at quarterback. Last year was actually the first time we had a 2-year starter, and so just those dynamics within our offense, and then two Division I football players in 4A in your offense is it's challenging to spread the ball out and get them the ball, but it's one of those challenges that you like and you just embrace.
Excellent. We talked a lot about your offense for 2021. What's the defense going to be looking like, and what challenges may that bring?
Well, we have some challenges there on defensive side. We've got Robert is our only returner in the secondary. There's a challenge right there, just to try to get the back end of our defense up and ready to go. But we believe that our linebackers are going to be very solid. We've got Tyler Fishbeck, who started as a freshman. He played last year as a sophomore, and he'll be basically a 3-year starter as a junior. And he's kind of the leader on that defense. We look for him. And then Cole Powell. Cole Powell is a big-time player for us. This will be his senior year, and man, he's a really, really good nose for us. But we'll still have some questions there up front on the defensive line, but we do have Powell to anchor that down, and so there will be some challenges there. We'll have to grow up fast and get ready, but we believe our non-district schedule will really get us ready for district play.
I was going to say that's something that you've done over the last couple of years, is put yourself together a non-district title or non-district schedule that gets you ready for district play and playoff play. Speaking about district play and 12-4A, you got a Sealy team that you need to get past to get that district title, and other challenging teams in there. But what's it going to take for you to get past not only Sealy but the rest of them to get that district crown?
Well, our district will be tough, and Sealy's a big rivalry game, and now we're back in district with them, and that makes the stakes higher because it counts for sure in district play. But Sealy's got the better of us the last several years, and it's always we're so close to each other. It's a big rivalry game, and Coach Mobley and his staff do a great job. But we'll have to hold on to the ball for one and not turn the ball over. They had some breaks last year with some onside kicks, and they were able to get them. And we had some key penalties and things that happened in that game. So we'll have to play a little bit better football than what we have against them. And number one is secure the dadgum football. But district will be it'll be fun. It'll be a challenging year in our district. But you have to look at Sealy. I mean, you have to consider them number one right now, and go after them. They're the defending district champ. So it'll be interesting.
Well, hopefully this year we start off on time, we play on time, and we get everything done on time. And I know you guys also had the difficulty of playing with heavy hearts, with Zach Hood last year. So I'm wishing you guys the best, and let's hope we get this thing kicked off great. Absolutely.
We're looking forward to hopefully a normal year and getting to play a real full season of football, and appreciate what you guys do and including us in your preview here.
No problem. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate you.